process administration. SAP work process administration. So we have discussed about the dialog, update, MQ, background, message server. Up to here, we have discussed message server, logon, load balancing related activities here, right? So today we are going to discuss about the G for gateway work process. So what is the use of this gateway work process here? So here in the work process, each and every work process has own responsibility, right? Own responsibility. So it will not carry out the other work process responsibility, right? So whatever this work process will do, only that responsibility can be performed. Other responsibility it won't take care, right? So that is the here. So same as like here, the gateway work process, Smgw, gateway work process, right? So gateway work process, gate plus way, right? Gateway work process. So what does it mean by gateway work process? Gateway work process is responsible to validate your connection. Means, suppose, example, before I tell this gateway work process, so suppose if any new person is coming to your home, then he has to enter into via gate, right? Via your home gate, he has to enter. In your gate, necessary checks will be performed, security checks. Then only if he is the valid person, he is the valid connection, then only he can allowed inside of the home. Suppose when we are going and meeting to the any one of the celebrities or in the apartments, one of your friend in the one of the gateway security person, so he will validate, right? He will ask, he will validate your identity, then he will allow inside of the home, right? He will allow inside of the person to meet you, right? So same as like here in the gateway work process, suppose this is the SAP system. So we all are connecting from different regions, different so around the clock or world, so different persons, so different IPs, different networks, we are connecting to the SAP system, right? So when you are connecting to the SAP system, here the gateway work process should allow the gate. Why? Because you are not sure. With us, there are multiple hackers also will log in, right? Multiple invalid connections also will log in, right? Will log into the our SAP system. So how system can identify, how the system knows which one is valid connection, which one is invalid connection. So when you are logging to the your server, then we are putting the security, right? User ID, password. At the same time, when you are connecting to the your SAP system, so here the gateway work process will open the gate to enter your connection inside of the server. So the gateway process is not allowing, or gateway work process table is full, the connections are full, then you cannot enter into the system. Even you cannot enter into the system here. That is the main thing here, that you cannot enter into the system here, right? So that thing you need to remember here. So here gateway work process, if you see here, if we go to the Smgw is the transaction code here. Here we can monitor the gateway work process related information, right? So from which user connected, so whether is connected, when he is initiated the connection, so all the information will be it will be displayed here. All the information will be displayed here. These are the logged on connections. Logged on connections means, so system internal connections. Some of the system internal connections, some are the connections which are coming from outside to here, outside to in the SAP system. Those connections here we can monitor it here. Here we can monitor it here. See here active connections. Here active connections. Currently one connection is initiated. Here the limit is here So 2000 connections are limit here. 2000 connections are limit here. So we can increase it anytime. We can increase this connection limit, but this particular SAP capacity is 2000 connections. If the 2001 is means this particular application server will allow the up to 2000 connections will allow it by default. If the 2001 person is coming, then we cannot log into our SAP system because of the gateway connection limit is only, so maximum is the 2000 connections here. Up to 2000 persons at a time, they can log into our SAP systems. So this is the gateway connections limit. So we can increase it anytime. We can increase it here. So suppose if you go to the parameters, there is a concept, the parameters concept. So there we can increase the connection limit, the gateway, the connection limit we can increase to the, so 2000 to, so different 4000, 5000, we can increase it here. So this is the secondary point. So this is only, we have the separate topic for the parameters and profiles administration. So that time we can change the existing connections, right? So, so normally
there we can see all the instance users or only particular instance users.
Only particular instance, only the specific application server related users, how many connections are initiated. So those things we can see it from here, right? All those things we can see it here. So those things we can see it here. Okay. So only application server wise. If you want to other application servers, so here you have to go to the individual application server. Suppose I want to see the gateway connections limit or gateway connection entries in the 13th application server, means you have to click on the 13th application server. Then here you need to type the Smgw. Then here you will get the details here. Here you will get the details here. Then go back. You want to see the fourth. So 4 application server. Then just click on the 4th application server. Here you will see the connection entries. Here you will see the connection entries here. So like this, we can see the connections here. So this is
each connection, each instance we can there is a connections of 2000 limit. Yeah.
Application, yes, that is the one. Application server wise. So application server wise means each application server by default it will allow the 2000 connections here. We have that two application servers, means each application server 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. Like this, it will allow the connections.
Every time we have to go for Smgw to see that.
Not every time, it's not required to go. Just gateway work process will perform their own responsibility here. So which means, so sometimes users cannot log into the system. There is no network issue, there is no database level issue, there is no system issue, everything is fine. Already existing users are working fine, but only new users are unable to log in. User side also no issues. That time, the last troubleshooting technique is, okay, users are unable to log in, means users come via gateway, right? If any person, if you want to come inside of the home, he will come from, so your gate, right? Inside of the gate, in front of your home, there is a gate. He will come from gate. So if your home and your home limit is 2000, right? 2000 connections, 2000 persons will be allowed at a time, right? So if the limit is already reached, already maximum in your home, 2000 limit is already reached, then it won't allow the security guard. The security guard means the gateway for security guard. He won't allow another person. He won't allow another person inside of the home, right? Same as like here also, the gateway work process, he won't allow until unless any one of the person in out of 2000, any one of the person is logged out, then another person can log in here. So sometimes we may face this type of behaviors. Rare cases we may face this type of behavior. So that ways we need to carefully check what is the limitations here. What is the limitation? How many? What are the current? So okay, fine. How many? So 2000 limit, fine. So some worst case scenario, we may have to increase the connections limit to the 2000 to 3000, 4000, or we can keep it the default values. 2000 users means at a time they won't log in, right? So maybe they won't log in. That's why, so normally we don't need to change it. So gateway means just you will the valid connection, you have the valid IP, so valid host name, then you are the valid person, gateway work process will check, will allow the connections. If you don't, if you are not a valid connection, then gateway work process reject your connection. There is a trace file, so just to go to the trace, here we can monitor it here. So here we can monitor the, so what is happening in the system. So if we have any rejected or deny entries, so if it is rejecting, or you can see, so you can see the entries here, rejected, deny, so cancelled, so something like that. So it will give the some information here. It will give the some information here. So some people, so they won't touch the gateway. Why? Because it's a dangerous to touch the gateway here. Why? Because if the gateway closed, everything is okay, no one cannot log in. So few persons, as a security reasons, organization security persons, they will keep more security features in the gateway, more security features in the gateway. So normally people won't touch this gateway, but in case, in a worst case scenario, some organizations, they will go to the extended gateway. Extended gateway means more security features they can enable it here. So in this case, you have to go to the, so normally don't try this option. So maybe, so this is called, this is will, this, if you change this entries, this, if you change this entries, no one log into the, no one cannot log into the your SAP systems. So carefully we need to, so validate it, review the logs thoroughly. Then after that only we need to enable this functionality. This is functionality called the reginfo, secinfo, reginfo and secinfo files here. Reginfo, secinfo files here. So which means for this one,
Ravindra, we are not able to see the reconfig files. We are able to see the homepage of the gateway.
no, I am opening. I am opening.
Okay.
I'm opening. So the gateway, reginfo and secinfo files. It's a very dangerous files. These are the, so something wrong with these dangerous files. So your system is idle status. No one cannot log in. Even when you check the your SAP and everything is fine. You have to go to the go-to and export functions. Then external security, maintain the ACL files. Maintain the ACL files here. You have to maintain the ACL files here. ACL file means here you can see there is a, so parameters are there here, right? There is a parameters are there here. So here P means permit. User equals to star, which means all users are allowed. All users are allowed here. So P means permit, D means deny. P means permit, D means deny. You want to permit all the users? Yes, that's why star they have mentioned. You don't want to permit all the users. Normally, my users will log in through one gem server, right? All my users will log into the one gem server or VPN, they will connect it, right? So all gem server, they will log into the one gem server or remote desktop server or one VPN. So they will log into the one gem server. From here, they will access the SAP, they will access the database, they will access the anything they will access, which means from here, the IP will be initiated. Here, the IP will be initiated, right? So what is this IP or what is this host name? Maybe this host name is starting with ABC star. So then ABC star. Then here, if you put ABC star here, not the username, some username also we can restrict it. Suppose their laptop, TP means laptop host name. So laptop means terminal, I can say terminal. So ABC star, which means only here the ABC star, the person is allowed. The person who are logging to ABC star, then he can only allowed inside of the system. He cannot allowed. So some people, they will directly connect without this ABC star. That time system, it won't accept any connection. Why? Because in the gateway side, you are putting the restrictions here. The gateway side, you are putting the restrictions here. So that, so here it's a very means very dangerous to give the all the information here. Put the most security people here. Means giving the more security, it will impact the users login. Why? Because some users, they will log in through jump server, some users they will directly connect, some users they will connect from mobile, some user, so different ways they will connect it. So that's why we no need to touch that people here, no need to touch that. So let's leave it like this here. So that's why I'm not explaining more on this one. So if any case, if a company is planning to put more security to avoid the attacks, vulnerabilities, so anything, just to go to here, expert functions, external security, maintain the ACL files, everything here, maintain the ACL files here. So here you need to put the restrictions here. So maybe customer will suggest what, so how to put the restrictions. Some customers, they will put the restrictions on the connection, system to system connection. That time here you need to fill the reg info file. Some people, the user connection side, they will fill the restrictions here. So that's why they will fill it. Some people, they won't touch this reg info sec info file. Why? Because we have already 3-level security, right? You are connecting from your laptop to the MyGem server. Here it is already asking the user ID and password. There is one security completed. Then from here, you are already connecting to the My SAP system, right? Then one more security feature, right? Here 2-level security already there, and also network level security. So 3-level security, you are already passing. Then your connection is already genuine, right? So that's why, so few, they will recommend go with the external security. Few, so they will keep it the gateway like this one. They won't touch the gateways. So why? Because gateway is very dangerous. Even your home is entirely free, your gateway is not working means, so no one cannot log into the gateway. Why? Because everybody is coming to the system means via gateway, he is coming to the inside of the home, right? In the real life also, if any person is coming to your home, then through he will open the gate, so then he will come to inside of the home, right? If gate closed, then he cannot come, right? So same example you can relate to this gateway work process, then so you can check. So here just only any high level security, then we can go to the external security in the SMGW, that is called the access control list, ACL file, external functions, external security. Then so maintain the ACL files, we have to maintain it here. So then otherwise no need to maintain, just gateway will perform their own responsibility, which will allow the inside of the connections. Okay. But here application server wise, we can see the connections, but we cannot all the application servers same as like SM60. So we cannot see all the application servers related information here. Application related information we cannot see here. Same as like if you go to the SM66, we can see all the entries here. So, but we cannot check in same as like in the SM66 in the gateway side. So we have to go to the individual application server, then there we can check the gateway related things here. Okay. So apart from that, so we'll discuss about some general monitoring. We have one more work process, that is the spool work process, right? Just this last work process are only transaction codes, so nothing we can do here. Spool means printers, right? Spool means printers, so that required more time. So just to apart from that spool, we can discuss spool tomorrow. So then we can discuss about some other general transaction codes here. So daily monitoring transaction code here, daily. So monitoring T codes, daily monitoring T codes here, right? So we already, as part of your policy, organization policy, every person has to perform the system health checks, right? All the production systems health checks we have to perform. The first transaction code ST22 for above runtime errors we can find out here, right? SM21 that we have already discussed. System logs we can check it out here, right? So then SM04 or AL08, right? So logged on users list, logged on or single instance, all users list we can find out here, right? Logged on users list here. So then SM50, SM50. So application local work process overview, right? SM66, then global work process overview, right? Local and global here, work process related information. So if the work process is behaving abnormally, so then what you can do, you can just check you can check, go to the work process status here, then select it here, then go to the administration trace. Every work process there is a trace. Just to go to the trace file, you can see the trace information, what is happening in the system, all the information you can see it here. So based upon the timestamp, so or based upon the timestamp, we can find out the error information here, right? Error information we can find out from here, right? So then SICK, consistency check, the first transaction code which we check the consistency check, whether any errors after the installation or in the before in the system. So it will give the information here. It will give the information here. So the next one, these all are the daily monitoring. Daily we need to check the system status here to perform the health checks and everything here. The next one is the SM51. So it's kind of active app servers, active application servers in your system. If any, so you need to just check in our production system whether the 2 application servers or 3 are active or not. We need to check. If it is the active, we have to mark as green, then that's fine, right? Why? Because before the business logins, then we need to check whether your application servers are active or not. We need to check this issue, right? So this is the SM51 active application servers. Active application servers, we can check it out here. So the most of the thing, next one is called the gateway. Sorry, not the gateway. We already discussed Smgw. So gateway also we will check it out. So sometimes what happens in the gateway monitor? So if you go to the gateway monitor here, Smgw here. So sometimes you see the few connections are rejected status here. Connection not okay, connection not okay, connection not okay. So those connections we can select it. So we can delete that connections. We can delete that connections also. We can delete it, that connection here. You can see that connection information, how it is connecting, what is the IP here, local IP, remote IP. So all the information, it will give the information here when it was connected, last connected, whether it is the not something having, it say the connection broken or not connected status here. Those connections we can remove it here, which are older than 1 day or 2 days. Those connections we can remove it here, right? Then SM37 is for the here SM37. What it will say, will check the long running jobs here. So as part of your daily monitoring, you have to go to the SM37 /N SM37. Here you need to check is there any long running jobs or cancelled jobs in your system since yesterday, last 24 hours. So you can check here in the system. So yeah, the many jobs are getting cancelled. You see, these jobs are getting cancelled. So you need to check the check. You need to check the logs why these jobs are failed here, right? Why jobs are getting failed. So why GUI cannot be started? Control framework GUI cannot be started. So there is a error. We need to find out what is meant by this one. This program. What is this program? What exactly this program is doing here, right? So that does not mean. So we need to check that one. So some more the standard jobs, SAP star jobs is also failing here. What is this mean? So it is also some error. There is some dumps got generated in the ST22. If you review the dump, so internal error, DDIC structure error. So this is the common kernel error. There is a the type, there is some program error. Here you can see here that is a some kernel error. So maybe we need to update the kernel, then we can fix this type of issue. But that is the one. So one more thing, long running jobs. Sometimes one job will run since yesterday, day before yesterday, 2 days onwards, it will run it here. Then those jobs, we have to cancel it here. Otherwise, we have to take the approval, we have to cancel it here. Otherwise, the jobs will start running from long time. It will almost use the same. We have seen, right, yesterday, few jobs will start running using the almost same percentage. So which will consume the most of the memory here, most of the memory here, most of the memory here, most of the memory, it will start consuming the most of the memory here. So those things we have to take the action here. Those things we have to take the action here. Here also it is using, but so keep it running, not a problem. Okay. So if anything is running from long time, those things we have to we have to take the action here. Anything that wrote on, we have to take the action here. So here we have to check the active jobs which are running from long time and cancelled jobs, why it is cancelling repeatedly. Then we need to inform to the respective job owner why these jobs are cancelling. The job created, the respective job owner, we have to inform them. So if it is the our side issue, then we can figure it out. So if it is the functional development, we have to inform to them to check the issues.
You have told that gateway monitor, how if connection is not okay, can you show me how to cancel it, that one again once again if you can?
We go to the SMW. If the connection is not okay, that connection will be displayed. Here, if we go to the connections, so gateway, right?
Gateway SM51.
SMGW, so gateway work process.
First of all, we have to go to the instance. Okay, we are already in the instance.
Yes. So here, active connections. Okay, then so delete the connection. Active connection. So select the connection. Then we have to delete the connection here. Then when you delete it, the connection will be deleted from the system here. Right? So this way we have to do the connectivity here. Suppose select this one, go to, so here it won't display. Why? Because we already here. So suppose we want to delete the logged on clients, some clients, so client specific, some clients will log it, system to system, internal connections. So that time we can also delete that connections here, delete it. So that connection will be deleted. If it is not okay, only we have to take the action. If it is okay, if you take the action, so suppose some other systems, so within the internal systems will connect it. So we may face the as again different issues here. So if the connection is not okay, then we have to take the action. These are the internal connections, so we can ignore it. So if any user connection which is coming from outside of the system, so we all are connecting from internal only. So we won't get much difference here, much host name, TP name. So LU, these all are our host names. You all are connecting to this host names, right? You won't get much things here. But let me initiate the one new connection from different IP. Let me check whether it will display or not. from different IP, I will ECQ, right? ECQ. Let me connect to the ECQ. Let me connect the group application server.
For that group, we have to create first custom application server now. As I mentioned yesterday, I was asked that.
It's already created, right? I can use the existing.
Yeah,
What should I create?
if it is created, we can use it. If not
Right.
created, we have to create for
Right,
one custom
right.
application server now.
Right.
Yeah, thank
Then I'm able to log in from my other device also. I'm able to log in. So what I can do, this is this host name is the SAP Windows 1. This host name is the SAP Windows 1. Okay, just I'm trying to see whether this can be established as a gateway. Okay. Okay. This is the other server. Let me open this one. Here, if I open, Smgw, nothing is generated. That is Windows 1. So let me check other application. This is a 04 SM51 13th application server. Application server SMGW. Yes, that is one connection. Symbolic destination. This is Windows only. One connection initiated. So basis user. So it's not this one. So let me open the logged on clients here. So yeah, more connections are initiated here. 3950. So IP details are displaying here. Okay, IP 114 IP is for which one? 114 is the same IP. 114 IP. Let me check. See Windows. From 114. Yeah, 114 IP this one. 119 is for SAP Windows 1. But here I can see one connection is initiated. More connections are there in the 13th application server. So here also one connection is there here. So local name, one connection is there, 114 with IP. We go to the logged on clients. Here also you can see the more connections here. So remote gateway connections are initiated here. So we can put the restrictions. So like if you want more, like go to the here export functions, external security, go to the here. So I don't want to receive the connections from, so your so this is the internal TP, local TP. So suppose internal, within the internal connections, local, so from system. So here, so I don't want to receive the connection, then I can put the D for deny the all the connections which are coming from SAP Windows 1. Just if I keep it star, then if the users are login, it won't allow the connections here. So some tricky part, the gateway to handle it. So that's why they will set the external settings. See, they don't want it, just keep it like this here, the gateway. So the next one, SM21. Here we will check the system logs, system logs, we will check it out. Are there any critical errors in the system or not? You see here SM21, SM21. So here we will check the any critical errors here. Just remove the date and see last 24 hours any critical errors in the system or not. Yes, you can see there are some dumps in the system, access error, access error, access error. These dumps we know there is some kernel issues, OS level, some issues. So that's why we can see that some dumps are generated. Then ST22 dumps also we need to check it out. So every day 20, so dumps are generating here, ST22 dumps. So you can see here, so dumps are generating. I think we need to analyze these dumps here. So open the dump internal error in the structure description. Structure description. So if you go to the system, here it will give that information here. What is the user? What is the client? And what is the program? Yeah, we got the program name here. So in this program, yeah, this is the program. The termination error occurred in the generation of the above program here. So this is the above program, the line number 10 of line number 10. In the 10th line number, so the 10th line number, so we got the some issues here, 10th line number here. Here the line number 10th, we have the some error here. So the line 10 number, say there is a generator option, compiling and generator option. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is the same error only. You can see internal error occurred when generating the class. Same error, right? Same error. So maybe the developers knows regarding this one. How can they fix it here? There is a generate option. So they will debug it, which line this is happening here. 10th line, this is happening. Okay. So 10th line, this is happening here as per the error message here. Okay. This is any inactive persons. 10th line, this is happening here. So something wrong with this data here. 10th line here. Why? Because these are standard programs. Either there is a fix already there. If you search in the SAP marketplace, definitely we will get the some clues. What is this error? So, but sometimes the developers can check this one. Developers can perform this the troubleshooting. He can perform. Why? Because his responsibility is so code. So, but he knows what to do. So then he can perform all kind of work here, right? So that's why we can troubleshoot the issue in which line this is the error. Just send the screenshot to them. They will find out the issue where it is here, how to correct the error here. So just search the solution in the notes system here. If you have access to SAP note system, means SAP marketplace, so you can use these keywords. You can use these keywords, right? You can use these keywords. Then let me check. Then we will get the some clues. What is the error and everything here. DDSC access error. Yeah, DDSC type repository access error here. There is a short dump. We have the answers in the systems. So maybe go to the nodes, short dump. Okay, yes, during the BDLS only we got these issues here. So then what saying that table, there is a table, there is structure, then reactivate it, just to activate that one, BDLS will be successful here. So, and also share your kernel DB version here. Try to reactivate here. Yeah, we have some clues here. See here, the clues are happening here. So I have some clues here. So based upon these clues, so we can just try to check it out the same from our end also. We can fix the issue same from our end also. So I hope maybe some BDLS, sorry, BDLS performed in the all the components, right? Did we miss anything here? Not the BDLS, SGen. SGen is we performed in the all the components, right? Did we miss anything? If we miss it out, what I can do, I can select, I can click continue. Why? Because sometimes SGen also, due to the SGen, we may face this type of issues also. Okay. So let me run the SGen for all the components. Then let's see whether we are facing similar issues or not. Why? Because we have not completely executed the SGen in for only one component. In the middle, we have cancelled, like that we are doing. So let's see. I'm executing the SGen. Since we have the two application servers, then so let's see here.
If any standard program getting an error, before that we have to execute this SGen all the components.
Not all the components. We know the reason now, right? Because SGen we have not completely executed, but in the real-time systems, SGen they will execute. So already they may have executed. So the time the standard program error, definitely SAP will release some notes. Some notes they will release it. So we have to check it out, know the notes. Then we can troubleshoot it here. We can troubleshoot it like this. We can troubleshoot it. So otherwise, if you inform the developer will take care of the. So why? Because this is a code related issues, programs related issues. So they will take care of all kind of these things. So just
Even for standard programs also they will take care, or we have to take care.
it's like the agreement which we have to check with them. They suggest us to check with the SAP. We need to check with them. So now we see here SGen is running. SGen program is initiated. This SGen is active now. SGen is active now. So here if we go to SM50, here all the work process is occupied here, right? So only one is free here. All are occupied. Why? Because SGen is running now. If we go to the SM66 here, so SGen will occupy the almost all the processes in the systems here. See here how many processes are active here. All SGen is running here. So it may take some time to complete the SGen here. It will run in the backend as you scheduled as a background job. It will run. Then check SM13, any update failed. These all are work process related, all are SM13, SM14, then SMMS, so SMGW. So then, so this work process related, all are, so daily monitoring. Daily we need to check all these transactions and everything. We need to check it out. All these are the daily monitoring transaction codes here. So we have to check all these things here. Daily monitoring things, we have to check it out. So any red entries in the gateway, we need to delete it, take the approval, delete it. Check the message server is running or not. Check the update is activated or active. So why? Because these are the sensitive. If anyone is not working, then users may face the issues. So right. So that's the reason we need to carefully check all those things. We have to carefully check all those things here. So in your day-to-day, you are not only doing ECQ, you can also production also, you have the development also here, right? So you can log in any one of the systems, you can just monitor it here, not only one system, so just to log into the multiple systems. Why? Because in the real time, we may have to log into the multiple systems, right? So just log into the multiple systems, check the system's behavior, so everything here. So here you have the ECQ, ECP, then ECD also we have, ECD also we have. So if you want, you can configure the ECD, ECQ also. Okay. So just log in all the systems, perform the monitoring and see whether systems are okay. What is the difference between each and every system? So like that, if you compare it, because real time, we are not only one system here. Real time, we have the multiple production systems. So we have to log into the multiple systems, maybe 200, 300 systems. We have to log in and we have to see so we have to work on that one, right? So that's why you may get the multiple systems. So try to log into all the systems, see the system's behavior, how we behaving, how many work process we have, how the work process are behaving. So if you start doing this one, tomorrow you will get practice. Okay. So try to log in and see.
Ravindra, I have one question. While running the SGN, by default, which client it will pick? Is it 000 or 000?
Any 001 you can run it. 000 also we can run it. So if you
No,
run it,
no.
any
In
client
the
is fine.
real time environment, which client it picks by default? Do we need to log in the specific client and do it? Or?
No, any client we can run the SGen.
Okay.
SGen is for the system wide. So any client you can log in and you can perform it. So that's not a problem. But real time, maybe during the installation we don't have any clients. So 001 we will log in, we will do it.
Okay.
But after the installation, maybe the next SGen when we will run is during the upgrade, during the SAP systems upgrade. That time you have to log into your own client. Own client means either 100 client, production client, 200 client, 300, whatever the client, you have to log in that client, you have to run the SGen.
Okay.
So default client we have to log in basically, which is the client is configured, that client we have to log in and we have to do. So during the after the installation, we don't have any clients, right?
Yeah.
Only 001. So then this you can remember like this is after installation. Then after installation, maybe we may create the client. Our next topic is after the spool. Tomorrow, if the spool is completed, then we have the next next topic is for the client administration. So here you will come to know what is mean by client, why we need to create the client. So many things will come. Then transport administrations, then RFC administration. So many things will come. So many important topic and it's a very interesting.
And one more thing, as a part of post